You know, as we're in the springtime, it's late April, I want to show you a 1-2 punch approach for catching springtime crappies. Before I show you what I'm using, you want to pay attention to water temperature. The most important thing this time of year is the temperature of the water. You want to find the warmest water you can. I generally start to fish later in the day as things start to warm up, so I can look for water temps in the mid to upper 50s if I can find those. And that's when the crappies start to really turn on. Oftentimes it's back in bays. It could be main lakes still, depending on the water you're fishing, water clarity, all that sort of stuff. Pay attention to temperature. Watch your electronics for temperature swings. Warmer water, first and foremost. In terms of how I'm catching these fish, for one, we talked about back channels. If I'm back in a channel, I am fishing probably a bobber approach because I'm fishing shallower water if I can get away with it. This happens just to be a little mini stealth fill bobber. I got split shot pegged on both sides. That helps with castability. It also keeps that bobber in the water and not abused by the wind. And then the lightest bite, I can see those fish. Whether it's an up bite, a down bite, aggressive bite, neutral bite, negative bite, I can see them biting in that presentation. It also keeps it in the strike zone. Works exceptionally well. And on the end of that, just a tungsten jig. No different than I fished just a couple weeks ago on the ice. I'm fishing just that small drop kick jig from Clam Outdoors, or a small drop jig. Tungsten offering works exceptionally well. That gets down quick, stays down there, stays in the strike zone, and I'm fishing just a number 10, number 8 hook. Nothing big, nothing gaudy this time of year if I'm fishing those shallow water crappies and bluegills. Then I tip with my favorite plastic. Could be a Mackie minnow, could be a micro shad from Mr. Twister, could be a nymph, whatever it might be. Small presentation, small offering. It's the first punch. Second punch. A lot of the fish we've been catching as well are on the weed line still. Yes, they're still out deeper. Some have not moved in. Some may never move in. And I'm targeting those crappies with something a little larger. Nothing too over the top. Just a 16th ounce jig head. This is that drop TG jig. It's a tungsten jig head. And this works great because I'm dealing with a lot of wind, conditions, sometimes cold. It's been chilly. Today it was chilly outside to start the day. I'm fishing that tungsten jig head with a 2-inch Try-Alive Mr. Twister tail. That tail can be jigged vertically. It can be slowly swam back to the boat. That twister tail really entices fish and gets those fish to chow. I have a lot of control with this setup, so I can fish this with 4 or 5 pound test fishing line. I have a 7-foot light action Jason Mitchell Elite Series rod, 1000 series Shimano CI4 Stratic, very comfortable, very lightweight, tons of control, lots of sensitivity to feel that bite. So whether I'm targeting fish shallow or deep, chasing crappies this time of year, I am hitting them with this 1-2 punch, shallow setup with the bobber, or a jig setup for deeper weed line fish. Try one of those, but again, pay attention to water temperature. Get out there, look at your electronics to mark fish deep, and cover water, warmer water if you're covering fish shallow. Catch some fish, have some fun, and get out there and chase them down.